Ladies and gentlemen, now we did it, boys. We got 50 gems for 177,000 people in the Grand Cross community. We won the tournament, and Netmarble have now to pay out 9 million gems. Which, financially equivalent, man, if you're buying that, like, non-BOGO rates, that's almost 3 million US dollars. Is crazy, man. I think, a fair amount of pressure on myself. There was also a lot of external pressure as well, but I really wanted to try my best in this tournament, be as prepared as I possibly could have been. Honestly, I've spent so much over the last week and a bit, man, just sweating. As soon as this tournament went live and I saw the cheers and votes coming in, it really kind of hit me that I need to be prepared for this tournament. And at the start, I only had 17 UR gear sets. I now have 24. I spent about 3,500 US dollars, like, dusting off my gear, upgrading cosmetics as well, but I knew that it was so important, that 3.5k, you know, if I can win, like, the financial equivalent, almost 3 million US dollars worth of gems for the community, I was like, it's entirely going to be worth it, man. And also, like, we got Guild Wars coming up as well, so everything goes to, fantastic use there. But what I also did is in Zenith, we have some of the most incredible players that play 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. And we made a PvP chat on Discord, and about 3-4 hours every single day, we'd just be running PvP matches, kind of like pushing the meta to its limit, seeing like what works, what doesn't work, kind of theory crafting about different stuff as well. I'd be playing like a fully maxed out version of like every single top meta team with all of the teams that I was running, and we just kind of gradually adjusting the teams and setups to see what could secure the highest win ratio, because I initially started with Ladociel. I literally gave him the perfect set, man, fully maxed out everything, just to learn after in testing that Keo was doing so much better in comparison. Like Keo with Zeldris and Droll, this team is crazy, man. It doesn't need a backline, it's so incredibly powerful, and it has the potential to dominate absolutely everything. Arguably the best PvP team on Global, and this is arguably the best as well, depending on like card draw, RNG. If this one can go first and get really lucky on the Lost Vein cards as well with the merger. But yeah, there's a lot of variance, there's a lot of ways it can shake out. So yeah, probably over the last 48 hours, man, I've probably spent about like 8-9 hours practicing against Kabuki's teams, with whales that have like even bigger gear, because if I can beat them, there's a pretty good chance I can beat Kabuki, because Kabuki, very talented player, he's like a pretty decent spender as well, but we've got whales in our guild that just go mad. They have everything just beyond perfect, man. So yeah, it was a real challenge, really fun, but I feel like over the last week or so, like my knowledge and experience when it comes to really sweaty tryhard PvP has just increased tenfold, man. I've learned so much, and honestly, it's been such a valuable experience. So yeah, it was very very high pressure, but I'm glad we managed to pull it out of the bag. Also, one thing as well, in testing, I found that if I was running an attack set on Droll, very often I'd lose with this team, so I had to switch it up to a health set, built a completely second perfect health set for Droll, and Droll with a health set, man, is absolutely nuts. So that's another thing that we did find in testing as well, is that health, when it does come to super sweaty PvP, is a little bit better than attack in comparison, just because health is so difficult to kill, because Droll has like the highest crit resistance in the game. So yeah, he's just really hard for a Lost Vein Meliodas to focus down, and yeah, very fun. So now I got a health set on Droll there. I built like a second UR set for Deanne as well. I actually built at one point when I was thinking of running a Ladociel team, I built a UR attack set for Barn, and that set actually never ended up getting used. So yeah, that one's a little bit of a rip there. But again, I put so much time and money into the preparation of my teams, and also like learning every single play that could go down against every single matchup that Kabuki was running. So in terms of like preparation, I went very, very hard. I was super, super sweaty, but I had to do it for the boys, you know. It's friggin' like 9 million gems for the community, and so many of you placed your faith and trust in me that I'd be able to win this tournament. So I really wanted to, you know, make a push, give it my absolute best effort, because I knew if it kind of got to, you know, this tournament and I wasn't prepared and I hadn't put in my best effort and I lost you guys like loads of gems, like I wouldn't be feeling so good about myself. So it was definitely a lot of stress, but also a lot of fun as well. The last two tournament live streams that we did were absolutely phenomenal. They were mental, man. I got the highest viewers I've ever got on both of them, even more than like the peak stream that I did of the Abyss of Legends and Marvel Contest of Champions. So yeah, it's just been nuts, man. It's been just such a crazy experience, and I am grateful for this tournament because again, it allowed me to learn lots about the intricate mechanics of Seven Deadly Sins and just how to play around all these teams and matchups, and yeah, it was just a really good learning experience for me as a player, but also massive for the promotion of you know, myself in game and Kabuki and all the other YouTubers, because I opened the game this morning before the final, and it's like you open it and the first thing you saw was Seatin versus Kabuki final. I was like, dude, that's so sick. It is amazing, like opening one of your favorite games and seeing your name like right there. It's like it's such a cool feeling. So yeah, I love that, man. That honestly just made me like so excited, but I have been a ball of nerves this afternoon. I was really nervous about like misplaying or kind of like messing up against Kabuki, because again, he's a very talented player, not somebody you want to underestimate at all. But yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. So hopefully you did enjoy the streams. Again, these are the three teams that we were running. We also had Pierce on the back, and some people were going to say that if Pierce went against Kabuki's green team, that Pierce would lose, and we did like 3.5 hours of testing on this, man, and yeah, Pierce just demolishes this team like 90% of the time. If this team can get really lucky though, they can just about win, but Pierce is very consistent, even going second against this team, because my boy Ryzo put on his massive whale gear, and I think got about 240,000 CC with this team. So yeah, I actually felt quite confident clashing this team even with my Pierce setup, because yeah, Valentia, like a Mega Rugal is so hard to slow down. He's got so much damage output, and there's not like a crazy amount of damage output on this team unless you get really lucky with Derriere cards or Droll cards. So yeah, we did have a couple of crazy games when we were sparring where this team just about managed to beat Pierce, but I was pretty confident that we would likely beat this team with Pierce, even if there was a third round there. But yeah, going into like this matchup, really confident that like both of my teams would be able to beat it. Like as long as you can go first in this matchup, even going second, there are actually ways to win, because Halloween Gotha, I have such a profound appreciation for Halloween Gotha after my testing, because he jacks up Lost Vein Meliodas so much, and I'll do like a full PvP showcase kind of explain like why he's so much better, but yeah, we did lots of testing with kind of this team and also the Gotha variant, and the Gotha variant, as long as you make kind of the right plays and manage it well, is gonna win the majority of the time. Even if you do go second, if you go first playing the Gotha variant, you pretty much win close to 100% of the time. Like me and my guild leader Ryu, we just sparring like furiously, man. Probably like what was it, an hour and a half before the final matches, and yeah, I just won every single one, so I was feeling super confident if I did go into a what is it, Glue Eater, somewhat mirror match there, but Gotha definitely over King, at least in my opinion. But I guess, like, you know, sweaty scenario, if you didn't have the restriction of needing to put alternate characters on different teams, maybe if you could go first with this one, then yeah, it would be good contention for the Gotha variant. But the Gotha variant, again, I've got a lot of appreciation for it. And this one, man, I knew I could confidently beat with my Kyo, and also, like all three of my teams, I felt pretty confident against this one. This is a A really, really strong team, though. I would say, actually, like, Khaotic was the worst one in testing. Like, Pierce just demolishes this team because there's no protection. The Khaotic was, like, sometimes, like, not enough damage, and there was, like, too much healing from Lilia, because Lilia has crazy sustainability there. So, yeah, sometimes we were getting a little bit clapped on that one. But, yeah, just to, you know, give you a bit of an idea into, like, what I've been through this week and what I have put myself through to prepare for this tournament, not only time-wise, but also, you know, testing-wise and resource-wise. And I've drained my gold, dude. Like, every single moment that I wasn't playing the game, I was straight in Fort Solgris, because cosmetic upgrades are so expensive, man. They are ridiculous. It's really, really quite crazy. But yeah, we'll do a full account tour, probably tomorrow, a little bit later this week, because again, I got so much stuff to, like, show you guys that's been updated now, man. It really is a little bit mental. But anyway, going back to my free-to-play account, I cheated. I bet on myself, you know. I wasn't gonna bet against me. So let's go ahead and claim the reward. So if you did root for me, you got 50 gems, 2 million gold, and 3 Super Awakening coins. So make sure you claim those. You do have 7 days to do that. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, once again, sorry I might have waffled on a bit too much and given you guys way too much info, but I wanted to give you a bit of an insight into, you know, how I prepared for this tournament, and hopefully we can do some really cool PvP videos now and just do some amazing stuff. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for the support in the tournament. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.